Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. How about my screen? Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, can we start now? Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, very good. So, for tonight, let's have the first activity, which is 8.8. Let's start here. We have marked the sentences that are correct. So, here are an example. The correct answer for this is I nearly always carry bag. Okay? So how about number 1? Let's try to answer starting number 1. Please read first the sentences. Can you read?
My house, my house is sometimes too cold. My house sometimes it's too cold.
Okay, the answer is
Mm,
what should be the correct sentence?
my house sometimes is very cold, too cold.
Okay, that's correct. Number 2, please read and answer.
Mm, she almost never walks to work. She walks almost never to work. She almost never walks to work.
Okay, very good. Number 3,
It very often it is fault. It is very often his fault. It
the answer
is
is
very often his fault.
it is very often his fault. Okay, number 4.
Mm, they are rarely at home. They rarely are at home.
The answer
They
will
are
be
at home.
okay. Number 5.
Mm, he has usually coffee with his lunch. He usually has coffee with his lunch.
Okay, that's correct. Number 6.
My boss hardly ever is angry with me. Um, my boss is hardly ever angry with me.
Okay, that's correct. How about for number 7?
We often visit friends to invite friends to our house. We invite often friends to our house. We often invite friends to our house.
Okay, good job. Next, let's have the other side, the other activity, which is 8.9. Say the sentences out loud, putting the adverb of frequency in the correct place. So here is an example. I get up early, rarely. So the answer will be I rarely get up early. Okay? All right, so let's try number
Okay.
1. Okay. She has lunch with her friends. So
He
where should
frequently,
be the word frequently placed in the sentence? She
um,
has.
yes, she frequently has fun with her friends.
Okay, correct. Number 2.
Number two, um, it's great to see you. It's always great to see you.
Okay, correct. Number 4. You're late for work.
You, You're almost never late for work.
Correct. And last one, number 5. I read on train trips.
I usually read on train trips.
Exactly. Okay, very good. Now let's have 8.10. Listen to the audio and write how often each activity is done. So you're going to listen to this audio. So this is all about Lucy. Okay, but before you're going to, to listen to the audio, please read this one first. Here.
Lucy is an artist who has recently retired and moved to a small town. Her friend Michael is asking her about her new life.
All right, very good. So that is all about Lucy. So now I will let you listen to the audio. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I will be playing this audio twice so that you can listen it carefully. Okay?
Oh, Lucy.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will repeat again. So please listen.
So, Lucy, how's life now you've retired?
Artists never retire, do they? I still often paint in my studio. We live near my daughter and her family now, so I frequently look after my grandson and read him stories.
Are you enjoying life in the country?
Yes, thanks. It's great to make the most of being outdoors. I always walk the dog before breakfast. I occasionally do the gardening, but we also have a gardener.
I hear there are some great restaurants in your town.
Yes, but Tony and I like cooking, so we rarely go out for dinner. We buy food from our local stores now. We hardly ever go to the big supermarket.
Okay, so I will play again.
So, Lucy, how's life now you've retired?
Artists never retire, do they? I still often paint in my studio. We live near my daughter and her family now, so I frequently look after my grandson and read him stories.
Are you enjoying life in the country?
Yes, thanks. It's great to make the most of being outdoors. I always walk the dog before breakfast. I occasionally do the gardening, but we also have a gardener.
I hear there are some great restaurants in your town.
Yes, but Tony and I like cooking, so we rarely go out for dinner. We buy food from our local stores now. We hardly ever go to the big supermarket.
All right, so is that clear? Is the audio clear for you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now it seems that you are ready to answer the different pictures here. So we have the first picture or an example picture. The answer is often. So now let's have number 1. The picture in number 1. So what is the correct answer? Is it occasionally, frequently, always, hardly ever, or rarely?
Picture number 1. Frequently.
Okay, correct. How about number 2?
Number 2 is always.
Okay, very good. Number 3?
Mm, Number 3. Mm, Occasionally.
Correct. How about number 4?
Was rarely.
And number 5?
Hardly ever.
Okay, perfect. All right, good job. Next, let's have at the other side. We have here 8.11. Read the article and answer the questions. So this is the article. Then later on, you're going to answer the questions from 1 to 5. Okay? But for now, I will let you read this article. By the way, can you see the article? Or do I need to make it bigger like this? Did you see this? This one? Okay. All right, please
Yeah.
read.
When my wife Zoe and I lived in London, every day was dreadful. We almost never went out because we were too tired. One day I saw this hotel and diving center for sale in Barbados. We left our jobs, bought the business, and moved to Paradise. Now we work as diving instructors. After breakfast, I usually take the diving gear and load it onto the boat. Joey occasionally does breakfast for our guests, but our staff usually do that. Zoe and I teach diving courses 5 days a week. We miss our families and friends, but we regularly call our parents and visit friends in London twice a year. We love our new life.
Okay, very well said. Good job. So this is the article which is beach living. So now here is an example. Renshu and Zoe would never went out in London. The answer is false. Okay. So number one, Zoe usually checks the diving gear. Is that true, false, or not given?
Can you turn to the text again?
Okay, this one.
False.
Okay, very good. Number two, Renshu and Zoe's staff usually make breakfast. Again, Renshu and Zoe's staff usually make breakfast. True, false, or not given?
True.
Okay, correct. How about number three? Renshu and Zoe rarely teach diving courses. Again, Renshu and Zoe rarely teach diving courses. Is it true, false, or not given?
False.
Okay, perfect. Next question will be number four. Renshu and Zoe frequently call their parents. Renshu and Zoe frequently call their parents. Is it true, false, or not given?
Can you read the question again?
Okay, the question again is Renshu and Zoe frequently call their parents.
True.
Okay, correct. Next, last. Renshu and Zoe's friends sometimes visit them. Again, Renshu and Zoe's friends sometimes visit them.
Not given.
Okay, not given. Okay, perfect. Next, it's all about everyday activities. So now, please read this one.
English often use phrasal verbs to talk about routine activities. Phrasal verbs are two-part verbs that are mostly used in informal, conversational English.
Okay. English often uses phrasal verbs to talk about routine activities. Phrasal verbs are two-part verbs that are mostly used in informal conversation in English. Okay. So here, Let's talk about phrasal verbs. So phrasal verbs consist of a verb followed by a particle. Okay, followed by a particle. And then the particle often changes the usual meaning of the verb. Okay, so for example, please read.
Free verbs consist a verb followed by practice. The
Okay,
practice of changes the usual meaning of the word.
all right, very good.
I
Now let's have an example. Can you read the example?
I get up early every day.
Okay, I get up early every day. So from the word get, this is the verb, and the word up, this is the particle. Okay, so next, all right. We have here another phrasal verbs, another example. The particle comes after the verb, and then the particle never changes, even if the verb changes. Okay, so like for example here, please read.
He gets up. The he from form of the verb has an s. This is wrong. The particle should never change. He get ups.
Okay.
He up gets. This is wrong. The particle should come after the verb.
Correct. Okay. So these two examples here, we have he get ups, that's wrong. The second, he up gets, of course, it's definitely wrong, but the correct is he gets up. So this is the correct sentence. Okay. So next we have here for the examples about the phrasal verbs, please read.
You work out at the gym. My cat sometimes runs away. She eats out every Friday. Do you always turn up late? She deals out in the evening. They meet out on weekends. We check into the hotel. She stay in when she tired.
All right, very good. So these are the examples of the phrasal verbs. We have here work out, runs away, eats out, turns up, chills out, meet up, check into, and stays. Okay. So how about this one? You work out at the gym. How about this word? You works out at the gym. Is that correct? You works out at the gym. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Mm, yes.
How about I will be putting S here? You works out at the gym. Is that correct?
No.
No. Okay, very good. But the answer is, or the correct sentence is, you work out at the gym. Okay. All right. So next we have here, rewrite the sentences, correcting the errors. An example, he works out at the gym. Of course, this is the incorrect sentence. Okay, this is wrong, but the correct is he works out at the gym. All right, so how about number one? Let's try to answer number one. I don't usually eat in restaurants. What's the answer?
I don't usually.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, how about my screen? Can you see my screen as well?
Yes.
Okay, so can we continue?
Okay.
All right. So my question earlier here is the number one. I don't usually out eat in restaurant. So what should be the correct sentence for this?
Uh, I don't usually eat out in restaurants.
Correct. Okay, very good. Number two.
The she chilled out on weekend.
The answer is
Use out on weekends.
correct. Okay, perfect. Next, let's have number three.
I get get sick in the morning. I get up sick in the morning.
Correct. Okay, number four.
They check they check into the hotel.
Okay, very good. How about number five?
Mm, he meet ups with his friends after work. He meets up with his friend afterwards.
Okay, perfect. All right, very good. Next, we have read the article and match the phrasal verbs to their definitions. All right, so before you're going to answer the sentences or the words beside, so I will let you read this article. It's all about business life. Okay, so can you please read? Start here.
A day in life of businesswoman Lowington. I own an international business consultancy.
Consultancy.
After busy my clients and I sometimes meet up for lunch. The clients really enjoy eating great food, so it's good
Business.
business to go out for a meal and spend some time with them. After lunch, we have group meetings. Once all the clients turn up, we have coffee, which always helps me wake up. All kinds of important issues can come up at this meeting, and I don't want to miss even a tiny detail. After work, I always hurry home to see my family.
Next. Kids.
Kids grow up so quickly, and it's important to spend time with them. I don't usually stay up too late. The next day could be a long one.
Okay, very good. So that is all about a business life. So as you can see here, the words that are highlighted with color yellow. So you're going to choose these words here, the other side. So that's your answer, okay? You're going to choose your answer. And then let's have this one. So, an example, meet up. The meaning from the word meet up is spend time together. All right, so let's try or let's start number one, arrive. What should be the answer from the word arrive? Is it meet up, grow up, stay up, turn up, wake up, or come up? Arrive.
Arrive.
It's
Turn up.
okay. So from the word arrive, the answer is come up. Okay. The meaning of arrive is come up. All right. Understand this one? It's come up. Okay. How about number two, delay going to bed?
Delay going to bed.
Yes, delay going to bed.
Wake up.
It's
Wake up.
wake up. Okay. Number, okay, so that's for number five. How about number two, become older? Become older.
Come older. Grow up.
Okay, very good. That's grow up. All right. How about number three? Be mentioned. Be
Mm,
mentioned. It's
mm,
be mentioned is it meet up, stay up, turn up?
stay up.
All right. How about last one? Become more alert.
Mm, turn up.
Turn up. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's all for tonight because it's already time and let's continue this one for our next meeting. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, thank you and bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.